Do you just feel like a big bag of garbage all the time? Let's talk about it. Hey Health Heroes, today I want to talk about something basic, something that I didn't even really think I needed to talk about, but I think someone might be needing to hear this today. You know, it's easy for people to fall into bad habits. It only takes a few days. You go to the grocery store, you find a food that you enjoy, you go home, you open it up, a bag of processed foods, and you watch your favorite show and you just eat the whole bag, right? You just enjoy it. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we continually eat things that make us feel not optimal? There are tons of reasons. Hyperpalatable foods are everywhere. Even healthy foods, guys. This isn't just something that happens to the standard American dieters. I'm here to tell you, you don't have to live like this. And you really shouldn't. If you eat something and you don't feel amazing afterwards, don't eat it. Again, this is basic. But if you eat a meal and you don't feel optimal afterwards, you have digestion issues, you have any sort of autoimmune issues, any conditions, flares, anything, don't eat that way again. Change something. Do some trial and error. Cut out a couple of the foods in that meal. Eat very basically. I'm a minimalist, and that's how I found remission. I was able to eat very few foods and realize what my safe foods were, and then start from there and add foods in, reintroduction. And not just one new food a week, okay? A new way of cooking that food. If you're going to eat it cooked, if you're going to eat it raw, one time per week. If you do not follow that basic principle, you will never find remission, ever, I promise you. This diet requires sort of patience, consistency, the ability to do the trial and error. If you can follow this rule, you will find remission. Don't eat what doesn't make you feel great. Some of you are out there and you're wondering, oh, you're eating watermelon and you feel great after a few pieces of watermelon, but then you eat a whole watermelon or a half a watermelon and you feel sickly. Well, again, quantity, guys. It's not always the quality of food. It's not always just switching to organic. Sometimes it is, but it can be the amount of food you are eating. And sometimes it's not just the amount of one food. Sometimes it's amount of all the food, right? Maybe you shouldn't be eating one meal a day. Maybe OMAD diet isn't for everybody. Maybe you should spread it out to 2 or 3 or 4 meals. It depends. We're all damaged in a little bit different ways. And during our healing journey, we have to transition through different periods, okay? Maybe you won't be able to start out eating 1 meal a day. Maybe you start out eating 6, and maybe that works best for you. Maybe not even a keto, maybe like a low carb. Maybe a basic paleo instead of an AIP, so you learn to be consistent, okay? I started out basic paleo before I went to the full autoimmune protocol because I couldn't be consistent. I did not dive in 100%. I don't know many people that can do that and be consistent over time. Start with a Whole30. That's a great idea. Keeping a whole food diet is great. And always keep a food journal, guys. And always write in your symptoms afterward, knowing how you're feeling. Sometimes you might have delayed symptoms. You might have delayed reactions 3 days later, 4 days later. You don't know unless you keep a food journal. I hope this was helpful. If you did enjoy it, drop a like, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it, guys. I hope you're all happy, healthy, and safe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.